Now we're speaking to Gladys Kimani. She's a mother of 3. She's joining me via Skype from Nairobi. Thank you for making time for us, Gladys. How have you had to adjust as a parent with your students back at home now?
Thank you for having me on. It's been quite a challenge getting up between homeschooling them, myself going to work and coming back, and now working from home and managing the house.
Look like, Gladys?
We wake up around. I prepare breakfast.
Sorry, Gladys. What I meant is how does your typical day look like? Because you're saying now you have to homeschool them, but you're also working from home. So how do you plan out that day?
The homeschooling begins around 8:30. So it's online with the school. So I have them ready by 8 a.m., sorry. And so they are online from 8 until about 2:30, 3 p.m.
All right. So let me ask you another question here, Gladys. In terms of expenses, how expensive it is? Is it paint for me a picture of how expensive this affair would be? Because then you need to have internet connection, you need to have the gadgets that they use for online schooling. You also have to monitor them yourself.
So you must have electricity, you must have internet connection, they must have good working laptops, and you must have food throughout to feed them. Also, just managing now myself, also doing my work, which is now online. I run a fashion shop, so now I'm trying to reach out to most of my clients online.
So for you, not much has changed. Do you think that this period of time, there needs to be consideration for postponement of exams maybe, or is everything just okay?
Yes, for example, for my second born who's in year 9, they had their checkpoint exams cancelled, which was a big disappointment for him as he had really prepared. So what the school did is they sent us the exams just before lockdown. So we were able to do the exams and return them back to school.
All right. So one other thing that I'd like to know from you is how do you monitor their progress then? Because this essentially now is a role for the parent rather than the teacher.
So I do not interrupt when they're online with the teacher. What I do is I check afterwards. We sit down and discuss, and I ask them, how was the lesson? What challenges did you have? And I assist them where I can. Okay.
So now what kind of support would you want as we wind up, Gladys? What kind of support do you think parents need?
Well, there's a lot of support that parents need. First, as we're also handling the stress and the pressure, we need to know how to balance ourselves so that we're able to manage the kids positively, because they're also learning and bouncing off their energy from us. How we handle this situation is how they're also going to handle it. So as parents, we need that support. And what I encourage people to do is just reach out to your friends, tell them what your fears are, what your challenges are, keep talking to each other as you would have on a normal day. And that's how you'll get your support.
All right. Thanks, Gladys. That's Gladys Kimani. She's a mother of 3 telling us how she's dealing with the dynamics of this COVID-19 lessons at this particular point.